Hello, my name is Steve. I'm a personal trainer, health coach, and a certified yoga teacher. I lately have been switching up my exercise routines. I want to get a little bit more mobility in there. I'm 50, almost 57 years old, and so I've been working at just changing things up, not getting so comfortable in one way or another way. I will do yoga maybe one day, maybe lift weights one day, maybe I'll combine both of them. So I like doing compound work. I like just working with just moving the body around also. So this routine I'm doing, it's going to be about a 5-part series where I'm going to start off with push-ups, and then I'm going to go into some deep knee bends to try to open up my hips. And then after I do my deep knee bends, and I'm going to do variations of them. So I do 4 sets. So this first set, I will be just doing deep knee bends, but the next set I will be doing maybe frog jumps, just different movements to get my hips open more. I'll be doing forward folds along the way. I will sometimes I'll be a little bit spontaneous with what I do. It all depends on how I feel that day. So it's really important to follow the way you feel every day. Don't go by, I think, don't go by only a set routine. Just base it on how you feel and learn how to focus your attention 100% on what's happening inside your body and then going along with that. So I'm going to start off with push-ups, then I'm going to go into the deep knee bends, like I said. Then I'm going to go into curls, and then I'm going to do a little boxing routine, just maybe throwing jabs or maybe throwing combinations and moving around. And then I'm going to do a little bit of basketball drills to work my left hand, because my left hand is my weak hand when it comes to dribbling. So I'm working on trying to maybe change my neural pathways and to make my left hand as intelligent as my right hand. My right hand is very fluid with all its movements, but my left hand can seem a little bit retarded in some fashion compared to my right hand. So here we go. I try to do about, for the exercise portion, I'll do 5 minutes. And for the boxing portion, I'll do 5 minutes. And then for the basketball portion, I will do 5 minutes. And then I will just do the circuit all over again. I might change the way I do push-ups. I want to do it 4 times. So this is going to be an hour-long routine. And just do as much as you can do. Really, like when you get to the 4th set, you're going to start getting tired. I get tired. And I do this pretty frequently, so just really take your time in the beginning, build up your strength. Don't do too many push-ups or too many of anything in the very beginning, because you want to be able to last an hour. All right, so here I go. I'm going to start with my push-ups. So I like to use these handles here because now I can go a lot deeper. I'm going to start with 20 push-ups. Try to keep good form, keeping my core engaged. Go down, touch, up, touch. So just really focusing on my breathing. So inhale, going down, exhale, pushing up. Inhale, going down, exhale, pushing up. Inhale, going down, exhale, pushing up. Inhale, exhale. 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 Now I lost track of my count, so I'll just do a couple more. Really feel the muscle. There we go. Now, sometimes I'll do a little back stretch. So sit in a low cobra, just to give my back a little bit of a stretch. So it's doing an extension movement on my vertebrae, and I'm really trying to relax my spine and just breathe and relax. You can even put your hands down and go into a upward facing dog, if you're familiar with yoga terminology. And then tuck your toes, push back into a downward facing dog, and just relax. Then walk your hands back. Now we're going to do a little bit of hip opening. So you can use a basketball. Sometimes I'll use my basketball. So when I do it, so I have nice balance, I go down. Maybe I can't get all the way down to touch my my butt to my calves. Might take a few. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale, going on. Exhale, pushing up. Inhale, going down. Exhale, pushing up. Inhale, going down. You can even do movements like that. Open up the shoulders a little bit. You can go up. You can twist. It's all up to you. Your shoulders might be tight shoulders, so you might want to open it up. So you can open it up this way. You go back where you're really stretching out your tricep, but you're also pushing back to open up your shoulders. And the twist, you can open to one hand. There you go. And that's it. Now go to the curls. So I got this strap at Decathlon in India. I don't see the same strap in Turkey. So, but I love the handles and I love the resistance. It feels very natural. So, up. Inhale, going down. And I switch up my curls. I don't just stay with left, right, left, right. I might do left, right. I might go both together, hold for a couple breaths, then down, then back to left, right. But really focusing on your muscle. Exhale, going up. Inhale, going down. Exhale, going up. Inhale, going down. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Then switch it off. You can increase, you can do 2 on one side. And focusing on clenching your bicep at the top of the movement. So you're really focusing your mental attention on your bicep. All right. So now for the first set, I like doing it barefoot. It's a little bit of earthing, even though probably not getting too much because of the court. But it's better than nothing. And I do some crunches. Now, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Squeeze right at the top. Squeeze, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, exhale, squeeze, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Just keep the movement going, nice and fluid. Don't do any jerky movements. It's more important to focus on the muscle group that you want to work. I really don't think that even counting matters too much. It's something to keep track of because you can see your development in maybe a particular area like push-ups. You might want to try to get to 30, 40, 50, 100 push-ups in a row. So counting will help you see your progress. So my next phase is boxing. So I stand in a boxer stance with my left foot. I'm right-handed, so you step with you have your left foot in front, and I bend my knees a little bit. My right foot is back, and it's maybe pointing, I don't know, 30 degrees up. Hands up, elbows in. So your elbows are protecting your rib cage. This is just boxing knowledge about like how you want to traditionally hold your body. I know you'll see boxers with their hands down, but they're just trying to invite the opponent because they know their skill. They're trying to invite the opponent to come in, and then so they can either defend, counter, do whatever they need to do. But here we're just going to do the classic stance. I keep my right hand up. I always touch my cheek. My elbow is tucked in, and my left hand is out in front a little bit, away from my face, so I can throw a punch, and I can easily defend or smack away a punch. And I move a little bit side to side. I keep my legs really sort of bouncy. You don't want to be an easy target for your opponent. So your elbows are in to protect your rib cage. When you throw a punch, every time you throw a punch, throw it and bring it right back where it started from, or even bring it further in if you feel that they're going to counter. You can lift up, down, but you want to protect your chin. When you throw a jab out, you are also focusing on bringing your shoulder up to protect the counter and protect your chin on the counter. So when you throw a punch, you throw it, you're tucking your chin in there. Because if they counter over top and hit you in the chin, it's an easy way of getting knocked out. It doesn't take much to get knocked out if you get hit in the right spot in your chin. Heavyweight champion fighters get knocked out just by getting grazed in the chin. I guess there's a nerve there that's connected to the brain, and it causes everything to wobble. I'm not sure exactly what happens. Anyway, so then I just step forward, try to keep the same stance with my feet. You'll see that in basketball also when we do that next, is you try to keep the same distance. So there's some similarities. Breathing is very important, just like in yoga. So you exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale going out. So you even make a noise. You can double it up. You can back. If your opponent's coming towards you, you can back. But this is just for exercise. So you can go in different directions. So you just simulate that you're fighting a larger person, or you're just fighting somebody who's in an elevated position. So it might be higher. So then when you throw a right, so exhale, exhale. Then when you throw a right, you're coming to the ball of your back foot. You're really getting the momentum of the hip. Because if I throw from here, this is as far as my punch will go. But if I rotate my hip, I can get 3 or 4 inches a little farther. So exhale, 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 step, step, pivot, step, step, pivot. Move side to side. Be a little bit bouncy on your feet. You can hop if you want to. So you're grounding yourself. So you're always bringing, when you throw your punch out, you're bringing it right back. Out, back, out, back. Unless you're going to throw a big combination and you're going to throw back, back. You might be preparing, so you might have to drop a little bit to go to the body. Or you just lower your head, go to the body. But here, we're just going to practice on maybe 1-2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. So left, right. Left, right. You don't want to try to get it too complicated. When you start getting comfortable with it, then you can start adding other punches. You can Also work on more body movement. Learn how to position your body. You can go in circles, following an opponent. Just think of the opponent and look at your shadow. Dun, 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 dun. So it's whatever you feel good at, and usually you want to move a little bit, keep your arms there, protect the ribs. You move around. Now, if you have someone who, like in a street fight, who's going to approach you and wants to start a fight, first thing you do is say, I don't want to fight you, man. You win, whatever, and you walk away. But if it comes to an inevitable point where this person touches you, then it's good to know how to defend yourself. So really learning how to position your body. Most street fighters, they're just going to go for a overhand punch. So know how to move out of the way of the overhand punch. Just pay attention to what they're doing. Watch their body language. And then the more you practice sparring with other people, you'll start seeing little subtle hints when somebody's getting ready to throw the punch. Maybe referred to as a tell. Okay, so now I'm going to play with the basketball. So with the basketball, I practice with my left hand. I'll throw my right hand in there from time to time, but I really want to focus on getting smooth with my left hand. And I notice that when I'm bouncing it, I don't have the same feeling. I feel my right hand, I feel the ball on the palm of my hand. Everything feels so comfortable. I'm in control of this. I can do a lot of different types of movements with it in different directions. But my left hand, it's just a little bit dumb. It's ignorant, doesn't have the knowledge yet. I favored the right for so long that my left, but this is getting better. So I've been working on this for the past couple weeks, and I definitely feel it. So now I can go between my legs, and I'm also working at looking forward. You sit there and look down at the ball, and then your defender can snatch it away pretty quick because he'll just time it. So it's good to. So when I'm doing it with my left hand, the ball might go into a different direction, and I miss it just like that. See, great examples here. So this is, if I do it with my right hand, I can look forward, and I know exactly where it is. My right hand has more connection with feeling and understands where the ball direction is going to go. So you move side to side, left, left. So I never played basketball really growing up, but I think that the most important thing if you want to start playing basketball is to learn how to dribble, and then learn how to pass, then learn how to shoot, in that order. Because if you're not a good shooter, then pass it to a good shooter. So just keep working it. You can do different heights with your arms to really get some mobility going. You can practice even passing. And watch my legs. Remember in boxing, I talked about the distance. So you don't want to be too open. You want to sort of keep moving, just like you did in boxing. So you're going to keep moving around with the ball. Things like this happen, especially when you're trying to learn something new and you're trying to get competent with it, and you're trying to really focus your attention on the movement of the ball. And so sometimes it gets away from you, but it's okay. In yoga, when I'm doing handstands, sometimes my attention leaves me and then I fall out of it. Handstand is a great position to see the direct impact of lack of concentration because you'll fall over. All right. So I might even throw in a couple baskets if I have a court here. And that was a nice beginner shot. That was my first shot of the day, and that was lucky. I don't even focus too much on making a shot. I just focus on what the ball is doing now. I even focus on going behind my back and trying to catch the ball. So if you have an opponent, you can go side to side, you can go in circles. All right, so that's the first set. Now we're going to start next set. So this set, I'm actually going to turn my hands a little more inwards and parallel. So my palms are going to be facing inwards. So exhale, inhale. All right. Inhale, exhale, excuse me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you're a beginner to push-ups and that is hard, start on your knees. Don't be shy. When I started lifting weights, I was lifting with just the bar, and then 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, and then just kept increasing. And that's how you start any type of new activity, is by starting off slow and pushing your ego aside and just doing the movements to get your body used to it. So with putting your knees down, just go down, touch your chin, up, down, touch your chin, up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, if you're able to do that, go back a little bit further with your knees. So if you want it easier, then bring your knees up closer. Want it harder, then the farther back your knees are, the more challenging the push-up will be. Now, if that gets too easy for you, then just start doing negatives. So go into a plank position and then lower down. Keep your elbows closer to your body. And then go to your stomach. So you can go all the way down slowly. Try to control it. Then come up to your knees. Back to plank position. Lower down slowly. Back to your knees. And just continue doing that. Let's do a little upward dog and low cobra. You see at the back a little bit of a stretch. Tuck my toes. I'll walk my hands in. I'm going to stay in this hanging hamstring stretch, forward bend, hamstring stretch. Really focusing on my breath. With my exhale, I'm going to try to surrender. So it means emptying out your mind. Because what I've noticed in my years of exercising is that my mind controls my muscles, controls my ability to stretch. So if I'm stressed out, then I can see that my body is not open to go in deeper, even though I'm pretty flexible generally now. But when I first started yoga, I was known as the inflexible one. But now things have changed. So now we're going to work on some like sort of a frog jump. So I'm going to go down. So this, and then we're going to frog. Down, down. It's just jumping like a frog. You'll see, you'll feel it. It's like, it feels so much better in the hips. Just starting with the first one and going to this one. And the next one will be a little bit more challenging that we do. But the idea is to have fun with it. Play some good music, jam it out, but always work on relaxing your mind as you're doing it. So if the music is getting in your way from relaxing your mind, then change the music or turn it off. Now I have to adjust it to make sure it's even in both arms. I'm going to do a different version where I'm going to build up. So I'm going to do 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. 3. Exhale. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. And keep increasing. I'll stop at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll hold the 5th one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Then exhale. 5. You're going to breathe also during this. Just really focus on a muscle, keeping it up. And then release. Woo, baby. Now we're going to do sit-ups or crunches. But you can do different variations. Sometimes I'll use the basketball and go up and put the basketball in front of my inside my feet, and go down slowly. Just relax. Make sure the ball's in position, and then go. Now when you go up, you can even go all the way back. Make sure you're on your shoulders. It's a nice little stretch. It's causing a little bit more flexion in your spine. And then go down. Bring it back up. Right down. Up. That's just my lower back. That's not me, or it's sort of me. But I'm on a rubber mat for my lower back muscles, causes air to get in there, and it releases. But it sounds like something else. Yeah. Here, I'll put my shirt. Maybe it won't make that distracting noise. Yeah. Still there. So there's different ways of picking up the ball. You can even turn a little bit. Circular motion. It's your workout. I'm just giving you some ideas. All right, back up to boxing. So this time, I'm going to work on some movement. So punch forward, left, right, left, 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 left, right. Make sure I pivot on my foot, which I didn't do in the first two. Sometimes you don't do it because in actuality, you're gonna go left, left, right, but you don't want to get that pivot because you're gonna throw in a hook. So when you go left, left, right, I don't want it. I want to bring my hand back. It's just sort of to draw their attention to my right hand. So when I draw it back, throw in a hook. So left, left, right, left, left. So it's just faking. You're trying to draw them over to throw that left. And you pay attention to your opponent because the opponent is paying attention to you. So it's looking for habits. So in boxing, the whole idea is watching what your opponent does, see what habits he has. So you have to always change up. It's good to develop a habit. Like, you know that generally if you throw a left, you for that combination, you'll throw a straight right. That's a habit that a lot of boxers will do. But if you ever watched Manny Pacquiao fight, he throws leading lefts. So he's a left-hander. So he'll actually be standing like this and throw a left hand hard. So it's a hard overhand left. And so it throws off his opponents who are used to seeing jabs. But then he'll throw jabs again right after that. But the idea is to keep your opponent not really understanding what is going to be coming at them next. So, dun, 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 dun. You can do it fast. Dun, dun, dun. I like doing it fast, but not too hard where it really affects your joints. So watch how hard you go out and snapping it out. Also, when you're throwing jabs, now this isn't boxing, and this actually sounds kind of bad, but this boxing is a sport, and if you cut your opponent, then there's a greater chance that you'll either cause the opponent to be a little bit disturbed by the blood that might be running in his eye, or it's just used to maybe shorten the fight. So when you're throwing your jabs, you're actually twisting at the end. So you're keeping your hands light and twist. So that twist is going to twist on their face. And you have a leather glove hitting you in the face with a little twist. It's going to start causing stretching of the skin and then possible cutting of the skin. So that's why they do that. This. So you're keeping your arms light. Snap, 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 snap. You're going in circles, so keeping your feet distance right around the same. When you get better at fighting, or when you start getting really used to it, then you can change things up a little bit. You don't ever want to be close in with your feet. So you're close in, they hit you, you're off balance. And then they can hit you with another shot, which will knock you down, which then will be a deduction off your scorecard. Usually it's a 1-point deduction every time you're knocked down. So it's good to make sure that your body is nicely balanced. And this is the same with basketball. If your feet are together, then your opponent can sort of attack at the ball and you're not prepared with your body. So, back, 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 back. Exhale. Remember to use your nose. Breathing is very important, just like in any sport. Breathing is important. Maybe not more so than in boxing. Boxing relies on stamina, and once you start running out of gas, arms start going down, then you're susceptible to get punched in the face. So it's really important to make sure you have your gas. So make sure you're breathing properly. Back, 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 back. So this is my little routine. I don't know. I just like the flow of it. So I say da da da, uppercut, hook. So da da da, uppercut. So I throw right, left, right, uppercut, left, right, hook. Da, 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 da. Just like that. So it's nice to get like a little thing that you can listen to music and you can follow the beat and you can get into the flow state of your boxing. So you get your flow state in sports, any type of sport, you can get into a flow state. Rapping, it's like sort of the terminology in rapping, you're getting in this flow state where everything is coming off the lips perfectly and everything is flowing nice. So it's a good flow state. All right. So generally I'll be doing, not talking and doing more punching, but if I punch too much, then I can't communicate. So now back to the basketball. So I'll go maybe 5 and cross, 1 and back, 5. Really feeling the ball. I also pay attention to think about how your elbow is, how your hand is going over top. My elbow is staying a little bit closer to my body. I'm not going too far out on my right foot. So then I try to mimic that over here. So when I go in closer, then I start losing it in my palm. If I'm out farther, I can do it. Closer, because I want to be equal on both sides. And it's not because I want to play basketball. It's just I think it's going to help me in other areas. In spirituality, they say that your left side is your feminine side and your right side is your masculine side. So, and our weak side may be the side that we should work on in this life. If you believe in reincarnation, there's a reason why I was born right dominant. And so now I need to become more left dominant. Or not dominant, but I want to be more left efficient. So, and then I like to always just play around my legs, move around, go side to side. And remember, when you go behind your back, you want to go in the direction that the ball is going. So, at least that's what I think. Even though I've never taken a basketball lesson or played on a basketball team. But go behind your back, then you want to go in that direction. Now, if you can bring it all the way around, which that was a bad attempt. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my last set doing. Even though I do 4, I probably went well over time. So I'm going to do one more set and I'll show you the last thing I would do. So everything I just showed you up to this point is what I'll pretty much do for the 4 sets, with the exception of I do push-ups a little bit differently. I will have it parallel, I'll have it angled, works different parts of your chest, different parts of your shoulders, and it's going to be working your back. It's a full body workout. You're working your core by keeping that plank nice and strong. But when I go to my, I start with squats, then I go to frog jumps, and then I'm going to do just sort of a hopping squat. And I'll hop around like a frog, but without putting my hands down. So here we go. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Just relax, going deep, get a really nice stretch. get full range of motion. Going all the way up, like after you pass this point, actually, there's not really much that's going on in your chest. Maybe a little bit in your tricep, but not in your chest. So you'll sometimes see me just go this far because I'm really not getting anything out of the movement. But it all comes down to feel. You can do it slow. You can time yourself going down, like 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. You can do lots of different variations. Okay. Talk about breath. My wind is a little bit off from the talking because I'm not used to talking. It's the first time I'm doing this and communicating what I'm doing when it comes to calisthenics or exercise in this form. I've done yoga this way, but never the exercise where yoga, my wind is, it's important, but it's not as taxing as doing this. I'm working more muscles and my body's requiring more oxygen. If you want to, you can move around just for a couple breaths. Really feel your spine up. Cats, cows. Then go into downward facing dog and then walk forward. You can grab a hold of your toes if you can. Inhale, exhale, fold. Just exhale, and just every time you inhale, just pull back just slightly, just to disengage the hamstring a little bit. And then exhale, re-engage the hamstring. Kneecaps lifted. Surrender your mind. Don't think, just feel. All right. So here we come with the squat jumps. So I'm going to try to keep my feet flat and then jump. So jump, give it a little jump. Jump, go all the way down. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, jump. Sorry, I couldn't talk during that. Can't even talk now. Your legs will be talking to you. Your body's going to be saying, I need more oxygen. So talking and doing that exercise can be quite a challenge. So to let my breath come back to a relatively normal state, I'll do some stretching. Keep your arms loose, loosey-goosey. If you like swimming, doing backstroke and front stroke and breaststroke, it's so good for the shoulders. Do all 3 of those. You can do butterfly. Butterfly is taxing. Butterfly is the equivalent to doing these hops. So this is the motion that you do when you're swimming and back. So we're just trying to sort of mimic that movement. You can do different angles. When I was in the Navy, I was a search and rescue swimmer, and we did side stroke. So it's like this. And it's a nice, you get a really nice stretch on one arm, and you stretch it on the other arm, and you just keep doing that. and you're also working your legs. So you're doing a nice kick, and you do both sides. So anyway, let's get back to boxing. So I talked a lot about boxing, and it's great to know the more you practice it to like really develop that coordination with your hands, your mind, your body, that whole connection. Everything is fluid. You can work it going forward. It's the peekaboo style that Mike Tyson made famous. And well, other people made it famous before Mike Tyson. But you're going forward. You're more straight on. Keeping elbows in. You're protecting yourself. You're looking in. It's a great style for shorter fighters. Because if you're fighting a larger opponent, or Mike Tyson was fighting opponents that are generally taller than him. Sometimes I think he fought one guy who was 6'7", and he just go forward, move your head, really, you keep moving forward, and you're going to force that guy to go backwards because you move forward, and then you go inside. Go inside. If you go inside, then you can go up on top. If you cause the guy's elbows to go down, you hit the guy one time in the stomach, and you hit him good, or closer to the liver area. Every time you throw a punch close to the body, you're going to see those elbows come down. It's nothing worse than a nice liver shot, or there's nothing worse than getting the wind knocked out of you. So sometimes you'll be in the middle of a fight, you get the wind knocked out of you, and you have to really step back and try to regain it. So it's good to really keep yourself covered up, and if you're the big guy, you want to stay away. So it's better, like if you ever watch Muhammad Ali fighting Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali would be on his back foot and just peppering Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier was coming at him like sort of the peekaboo style, like whoo, 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 and moving, lots of lateral movement. So that's the important thing, getting that lateral movement when you're a short guy, because you don't want to get hit by a bigger guy's punch. So you get that lateral movement. None of the punches are going to land completely flush every once in a while. But if you keep your gloves up there and you go side by side, they're going to be hitting gloves. Keep the elbows in. It's kind of hard. So sometimes you'll get the big guy reach all the way around, hit that liver of yours. So you have to pay attention to what his feet are doing. So there's lots of things that need to be paid attention to when you're boxing. And you practice long enough, then it becomes second nature. So, side. This is good. So you keep your obliques tight. So for exercise and to get nice, get rid of your love handles. Go side by side. You're going to throw a punch, but keep going side by side, clenching your obliques on both sides, and it turns into a nice little workout. Let's do a couple more punches. Bop, 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 bop. Keep elbows in. Exhale. Right. Exhale. Right. All right. Then you're backing off. So now your opponent's coming for you. So now I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm keeping my hands low. I'm watching my opponent. I know if I'm paying attention to his body language when he's going to throw a punch. So I'm backing. I'm going to keep peppering punches out. Doesn't have to land. He's just going to keep that guy a little bit honest, because he's going to be scared to open his hands up to go for a punch because he might get peppered. So that's why he's moving his head. So he's going to try to time it himself. So he's watching how you're throwing punches. He's listening. And he might be like this, but he's feeling these punches, and he knows the count of the punches by watching also the body and watching the count, or listening to the count of how many punches you're throwing out, how many jabs you throw out, usually in your little sequence, how many times you throw your right, how many times you throw your jab. So it's nice. So anyway, let's go back to basketball. So now take a couple shots. You can stretch, stretch. So I'm not really good on a jump shot, but I can be okay with other shots. My jump shot isn't good, my layup isn't good, but it's getting a little bit better. See? Layup, so good. I'm right underneath the basket and I missed. But it's okay. It is just basketball. But out of all of this, you learn a little bit about life if you're paying attention. So if before you shoot you're thinking of something else, or when you're doing your push-ups, there was one time I did a 1,000 push-up challenge where I did 1,000 push-ups in 1 hour. I think I posted about it, and it was interesting because how you do it is, for me, it was doing, I think, 8 push-ups every 30 seconds, and then taking a 20-second breather. So it's like 10 seconds to get 8 push-ups, and then do a 20-second breather, and then you just do that until you reach an hour. So you just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. But the first time I did it, I got up to about 950. My arms started getting heavy. It's a psychological thing, because I thought about the finish line and I started doubting myself. And the more I doubted myself, the more my body said, okay, well, you're going to doubt yourself, then we're going to stop you from being able to do it, or you're going to have to really struggle through it. And I had to really struggle through it. I was able to do it, which I was happy about, but it was a struggle, and I learned a lot about my mind and about the focus. And so next time I did it, I actually did sit-ups in between, and I was able to have more energy at the end. I was not exhausted because the last 30 minutes, I didn't look at the clock at all. I just kept going and going and going and going without looking at the clock. And before you knew it, I reached 1,000. And in the time, with also an equal amount of sit-ups. So I was able to do 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 sit-ups. I'm moving more. I was really also, because you're moving back and front, because you're going from push-up to sit-up, I was really working a lot of flexibility in my hips at the same time, because I had to keep moving. But I didn't lose any energy. I remained focused on what I was doing, and I didn't think about the finish line. I just focused on what I was doing, being present. That's the problem. So about thinking about the future. Okay, the future hasn't happened yet. Let it take care of itself by being present, and whatever is supposed to happen will happen. So I had excess energy after I did it, and it was actually more than 1,000 push-ups. I did like 1,012 push-ups, and I did 1,100 sit-ups. And so it was nice practice on understanding the mind. So when you're playing basketball, if I'm not focusing on this, if I'm not thinking about this, I mean, you have to get very proficient. Then you can sort of be natural at it. But then if I want to go shoot, then I had to be very present. I had to know, I had to practice 1,000 times, but my mind has to be exactly there. It has to know the release, know the feel, know everything. It has to be focused. You can't let your mind wander. You just have to be focused with your intention and then let it happen. So that's all. This is my workout that I've been doing lately. Try it yourself. It's fun. Maybe add different exercises into it. Do whatever you like, but mix it up. Do other things. Get your body moving and thinking in different ways. And most of all, just have fun with it. Okay? Take care.